Black music represents our culture, from Stevie Wonder to Earth, Wind and Fire to Anthony Hamilton's to the Little Babies to the Cardi B. It doesn't only represent Black culture, it represents culture in general. Hi, I'm Mark Cheatham. I'm an agent at Creative Artists Agency. I've been a talent agent for the last 30 years. And a lot of times when we're at these agencies, they try to label you the urban person. And that really is not what I am. I'm a music agent. I like music, I love music, and I represent talent. I signed over my career some of the biggest pop stars of today. Everyone from Lady Gaga to Pink, 98 Degrees, Jessica Simpson, and Justin Bieber. Now, when you think of Cardi B or you think of Little Baby, I mean, they're in the culture, they're in not only the urban culture, they're in culture, period. So I find that kind of a great part of my career to be able to stretch out and represent all types of talent, not just what they want to call urban talent. Growing up as a Black man, Black music had a major impact on my life, and I can hear songs today and know exactly what was going on in my life at the time. I grew up in Queens, New York, and it was a very diverse community. I grew up around all different types of folks, Black, white, Asian, Spanish, Puerto Rican. I used to hang around with a lot of the older cats from hearing them playing Ohio Players or Kool and the Gang or Earth, Wind and Fire songs. I used to say Reasons, like, there's never going to be a bigger song than Reasons. That song is just amazing. And then when hip hop came around, that kind of helped shape the way I felt about music and what really piqued my interest on getting into the music business. I started at a company called Associated Booking Corporation, owned by a gentleman named Usher. I got my start in the mailroom there making $200 a week. My first act that I ever signed was Brandy. From there I got SWV, and from there after SWV, I think Usher was the one I had landed when he was 15 years old. I wound up representing Usher. I flew down to Atlanta, met with Miss Patton, Usher's mother, took him out to eat. He wanted to order a lobster because he had never had a lobster before. He ordered the biggest lobster you ever saw in your life. It was probably 4 or 5 pounds. And I always teased him that he's always had big dreams and big ideas. He always thought big. Usher was a major, major, major part of my success, and I'm still friends with him to this day. I was in the Navy. When I was in the Navy, I met a guy named Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy!
Charlie Murphy! Charlie Murphy was a dear, close friend of mine, and I miss him dearly. We were in boot camp together, and Charlie Murphy says to me, one day my brother's gonna be really famous. Fast forward, Eddie was a client of the agency, and Charlie invited me to come to LA to the premiere of Nutty Professor. We're on the lot of Universal after the movie premiere. There's a big party, and I'm standing next to Eddie. And at that time, there was a gentleman named Jim White, who was the president of ICM, where I was working as a junior agent. Eddie comes over to standing with us, and Eddie puts his hand on Jim White's shoulder and says, "Mark Cheatham is my man. Are you guys taking care of him?" The next day, my salary doubled. I was able to go into rooms with some of the biggest celebrities in the business. We have the power to empower each other. I think in this climate we're in, with social change going on, it's very important for Black talent who have the power to pass it forward or pass it down, to embrace and empower young Black executives, whether it's an agent, a lawyer, or management. What I want my legacy to be is somebody that has been honest, humble, and been able to impact people and help people grow. So my daughter's part of my legacy, my son is part of my legacy, and the people I touch. I feel that by bringing people together, building teams, and allowing the younger people to grow as well, makes me stronger as an agent. This is Mark Cheatham, and this is my rhythm and my blues.